What's going on, everybody? It's Falchion with you once again, and once again we are here with the boys. The boys. Plank, say what's up to the people.
What's up?
Geek.
Welcome. Hope you feel welcome. Hope you find a home.
All right. So first thing I want to do is thank you guys for holding it down for me the last week. Some unexpected stuff came to actually the last 2 weeks. Some unexpected stuff came down in my life. And kind of threw everything out of whack. So I really do appreciate you guys holding things down for me last week. I enjoyed watching the show, although I do have to say, right quick, you guys were talking about two different games last week. Plank, you were talking about The Ascent, but Geek was talking about Abandoned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what happened was they've been promoting. Hey, Andrea. They've been promoting like this big announcement of, or this release of an app on the PlayStation for this game Abandoned that Blue Box is making. And what it ended up being was a guy taking, what was it, 4 or 6 steps across the floor. But what's worse is it was the exact same trailer or what have you that they showed on Twitter already.
Good evening, Kimberly.
Hey,
Hello, Kimberly.
Oh, thank you for making it.
And thank you, Andrea. I'm
Andrea,
swaggerific on the gram. I took some photos and put them on the gram of me posing and stuff with the new gear. So you guys interested, you could check that out. Like everybody said, I totally had the dad vibes going, but I thought I was pretty hot. So
oh goodness, oh man. So yeah, so that's what that was all about. I did see the show and saw that there was a mix up in what game you guys were talking about.
Right on.
So let's get on with it. Today in J Law's gaming history, it's a special one. We want to send out a very happy birthday, great birthday wishes, greetings, blessings to Mr. Vic over on the PlayStation. He's someone that we game with. J Law and I game with. Today is his birthday, so happy birthday, Vic.
Happy birthday.
Hopefully you will
happy
have
birthday.
many more, each better than the last.
Yeah, most deaf.
Geek, where can the people find you? Yeah, he doesn't even
right
know.
now. He's here right now.
Oh goodness, he never knows.
If you need him, you got to shine a light into the sky, and then he'll swoop down from the rooftops.
Right.
So, Geek, you put up a topic this week. So you want to tell us about it?
Okay, he just threw right to me in the middle of me doing something else.
Right to you.
Yep. Batter up.
Right, let's pick it up. So
it was just in the order, to be honest with you. And I didn't realize you were still head down.
Right, so let's get this up. Okay. So two different things. One is the Abandoned, what you were talking about. This is that trailer for it.
This is actually quite annoying, to be honest with you.
Well,
let me tell you a story, a true story, a story that could overcome to all of us. Imagine waking up at a place far, far away from home, away from your loved ones,
I think we're picking up
away from friends,
speakers,
away from safety.
Oh,
trying to understand how you got there. No one there to guide you. No one there to assist you. No food. No water. You've got nothing to survive. But the complicated part is, well, you're a prey. A powerless, thirsty, and a weak prey of a strong, blood-loving community led by a religious nutjob, a false prophet that will do anything for power, anything for wealth. And when you realize this, you know it's the end. Your end. But you will never accept this. You will fight for a way out.
So that was the original trailer for the game.
So now, isn't that awesome?
So that was the original trailer for the game that came out a while ago, like early this year.
Okay.
Do you have the one that they hyped everyone up for, Geek?
Yeah, I'm looking for the one in Rich from Review Tech.
Rich from Review Tech. Falchions' favorite reviewer. What up, J-Law?
Hey, J-Law, how's it going?
How's this dude always late to the party and misses his own segment that he suggested? Like every week. I don't think he's caught it once. Well, maybe he caught it once.
Okay, so why do I not see it in Rich's videos now? I brought up his channel for me. But and there's a specific video that I'm looking for.
Oh.
I do not see it. But the topic that you brought up that I was supposed to put up, and I'll find it, is let me share this so you guys can see it. The hats and the shirts, J-Law.
Yes, the hats and the shirt. All swaggerific, yo. As my son said, we're dripping. So we got the drip.
Oh, my goodness.
I
It's
sound
the
like a whole
BG
person
drip.
saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I couldn't even talk.
So, here we go.
Oh, those are looking nice.
It's that. So it's the Midnight Black and the Cosmic Red DualSense.
Okay.
And I just thought, like, this is awesome.
See, you trying to get Falchion in trouble with Andrea already.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm not interested in them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, like, so black, there's nothing new about it, right? It's a black controller.
Right.
Controllers are black. The red looks nice. I like the fact that you can see the red through the clear buttons. That's a nice look, but not nice enough for me to spend $70 on when I already have two DualSense controllers. They're gonna have to come with something. They're gonna have to add extra buttons and stuff. So,
but Andrea likes the red.
Yep, I see that.
mean,
I was gonna ask, are these any different, or are they just different colors?
they're just different colors. But Andrea is more than welcome to buy me a red one.
So she said she's gonna buy her a red
Her a
one.
red one. There we go. That's what we got from that.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't they sell kits for this already to do this feature?
I mean, they sell a kit where you can, so the middle black part, where you can exchange that. You can change the color of that. And then there's some little company that sells a kit to where you can add back buttons,
Yeah,
but
but not directly this look.
right, right.
Hmm.
So
Well, it sounds like you have a new business model, Falchion. You just start designing controllers to look like that. Or will Sony just sue you into oblivion then?
I don't know, man. Like it started off, when that one company started their business where they were making the plates,
Yeah.
the side plates for and threatening them, and then a different company came in, and I'm sorry I can't remember the name of either of these. Came in and they were like, yeah, we've got these. We're selling these plates for the PlayStation. Oh, and by the way, Sony, we dare you to sue us. And Sony never said anything. So I don't know if they were all bark and no bite with that whole thing or what. But and yeah,
Get yourself.
Andrea, you can buy it for yourself too if you want. Just hope you don't mind me using it. Especially
Maybe.
since you don't even play with controllers. You just had a discussion with a girl yesterday how much you don't like controllers.
Mouse and keyboard, Andrea, doing a virtual fist bump.
She even plays mouse and keyboard on the PlayStation. So
Right.
Seems to me like Faustin's gonna need an extra chair in his game room.
Yep.
she's already made her gaming area in the living room.
That's pretty cool, though. I mean, it looks neat. It looks nice. Been a nice little feature if they would have made like the neons red as well.
Right. But honestly, they change colors depending on what's going on in the game.
Right.
So
yeah, that's fair.
I'm curious, J Law. I mean, like, I could see where you would want to buy this, especially this red, because this red looks very Spider-Man to me, and as the way it's presented here.
Don't they have one? A Spider-Man one?
Not the DualSense, but he has the PS4 Spider-Man console, so it would end up being more of a wow, that's surprising. He's not interested. It would end up being more of a showpiece for him, just
Right.
sit up like next to that his PS4 Pro or whatever. But he says Black Friday. I mean, so maybe you'll pick it up on Black Friday. I don't know if they're going to drop the price for it or not, though. It's a Sony release, so I don't know what they're going to do.
I don't know, man. I mean, a while ago back, we talked about reselling in terms of your old stuff, and getting it graded and things like that. And I was over at Half Price Books, and they had, I want to say it was a Nintendo DS, but it was a particular edition, like Fire Emblem, the game.
Right.
They were selling that thing for $500.
Wow.
It still had the box. It was open, but it still had the box and everything. And they were selling it for $500. Now, I don't know what a red controller, in terms of resale value would be. But it's crazy, that these things hold value like that. I don't think there's going to be any scalping in terms of red controllers, but it's just,
I could see them like switching this to a limited edition,
Right.
and that would really boost the price.
Right. And I mean, from my understanding,
More color options. It'll be a few years for them. Yes, 2 controllers. I see. That's where I am too. I have 2 controllers.
plus there'll be third parties that'll come out with different styles of controllers, just like Nintendo has all the different styles of controller, like the Pokemon controllers and all the different types of Joy Cons. So,
right. I'm hoping they come out with one that has all the features of the DualSense. Just they configure the sticks in the Xbox configuration where they're offset. I hope they do one like that. Like, actually, here's my PS4 controller right here that I used on my PS4, and you can see that it's a third party, but they did the offset sticks. So
yeah.
I always get that when they're playing. So.
Oh, you're too bougie for third party controllers, are we?
No.
I would say, from my understanding, and I mean, I don't own the PlayStation. You guys can correct me if or not, but the DualSense controller is pretty advanced in terms of the controller market. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's them making a third party version of it would be kind of
actually be probably a little bit difficult.
Yeah, they might get sued for making an inexact third party version.
All I ask, Geek, is that this video doesn't show him messing with a flipping chicken.
What is it with the chicken, man?
Oh, well.
Please tell me you skip past that part.
The original, yes. In the beginning, of course, he wanted to kiss the cock, but that's where he goes.
Roll the video. Roll the video. Roll the video.
And I'm thinking, okay, maybe they're just showing the engine that you're like walking around the woods or the forest or you're doing something. Like it doesn't have to be playable. They just want to bring you into the world. This is the demo. Take a goddamn look. This is what it is.
You can hear it, right?
Yeah.
Four, 5, 6.
That was it?
That's it.
That's not even gameplay. That's just a video.
And that's what I was telling you.
That's what they had people waiting,
man,
like 4 months for.
That was the.
But you know what? No, don't make me say that. I was gonna say it could be almost believable that would be a video game over Star Citizen, which I still believe is vaporware.
Oh my goodness!
I'm so over Star Citizen and their expanded demo.
At least there you
could play the demo.
Play.
Yeah.
And you know, to be honest with you, I'm fine with Abandon in the overall. It's just all the stuff that they're doing, trying to drum up hype for it, like trying to make it look like it's a Kojima joint and trying to make it look like it's Silent Hills or a Metal Gear Solid game.
Who's the studio on this?
Blue Box.
Yeah.
It's a new studio,
Okay.
exclusive to PlayStation. And the problem is, like, they have all these people running around trying to figure out what it is and then promising they're going to show you what it is, and then they do stuff like that where you just see a guy take 6 steps and it's like, and you had to.
It's funny because I'm on their Twitter right now and it shows that little demo, that little 5 seconds. There's 12,000 likes of that 5-second walk across.
Dude, that's ridiculous.
Floor.
Like, okay, you're a fan of PlayStation, I get it, but if you're hyping up behavior like this, then you're just gonna get more and more behavior like this, and it's gonna be an issue. Like, so right now, right, fans are thinking this is some kind of hybrid of Metal Gear and Silent Hills, and that Kojima's doing it. If it turns out to be none of those things, people are gonna hate this. People are gonna be mad because you can't, like, Kojima has a reputation for doing things like this where he'll make up a character, make up a studio, but you know that it's a joke that he's playing, right? Just trying to drum up hype, but it's him, right? It's what he does, so people are cool with it. But you're an unknown studio, and you're hyping up all this stuff, trying to play off of his what he does, and trying to make people believe that he's doing it as a joke. You're not in deep enough to be making those jokes yet, right? You haven't established a reputation for making those jokes. Right now, all it is you just being kind of deceitful to the people that are getting into this game, and it's going to hurt them. And at least that's my opinion on it.
And pissing off a fan base,
Right.
a potential fan base.
Well, I mean, it says that there's a couple of questions. And I really don't know anything about the game, but I just have a couple of things to point out. Number one, it says that it's made on the Unreal Engine, and if that's the Unreal Engine that made this, I'm circling it with my mouse on the screen. Like, I've seen better stuff come out of the Unreal Engine. Secondly, like, they keep saying it's a real-time experience. I don't understand what that's supposed to mean. Like, what's a real, all games play in real time supposedly, yeah. So
Like, what's showing right now is trash to me. That looks horrible to me. That doesn't.
we lost the audio.
No. The audio's there.
I'm talking about Falchion. I lost his audio. He fuzzed out. Dun 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 dun. He bought a third-party controller, and now things are going awry for him in his world.
Okay, so while he's working on his audio,
Yeah.
where is it? This one. Okay. So I wanted to see this.
Okay.
Share audio. I believe that's the right one. There we go.
What you got?
If Falchion can throw that up for me.
Might be able to add a stream. There we go.
Okay. So then let's start this one.
Or an Xbox Series S, you guys understand that you don't have no CD drive, so you can't play any Blu-ray movies or play any physical media. I went on Amazon and I decided to buy a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray player. I picked this up for $100, and I want to see if it's going to work on the PS5. Now, the movie I decided to buy, this is my first 4K Ultra HD movie. The movie I brought,
I don't know, Andrea.
no, Black Panther. RP to Chadwick. And I can say Wakanda forever. You guys already know I had to pick this up. So I have my PS5 hooked up to this TV right now. Currently, I have the digital edition. The physical is right here on the background. Whoever picked up the physical PS5, you guys are probably rolling your eyes like, oh, I told you should have got the regular PS5. So what I'm going to utilize the Type-C on the PS5 to hook this up. Now, before I even do that, I just want to verify with you guys that this does work. Okay, you just put the CD right in.
CD or DVD?
So I finally got it to work. I ended up having to download an
DVD.
app a Blu-ray player
I think
app
he just
because the stock native Apple DVD player doesn't play Blu-ray. So yeah, it works just fine. Just wanted to
and that's why you
verify
don't
that the
buy
drive
Macs,
is
kids.
working properly. Now there's a watermark because you have to get the pro version, but yeah, the drive is ramping up and it works just fine.
Okay.
All right, so the digital edition PS5. So let's plug this in for the first time, and we're gonna plug it into the Type C, and then later on we'll plug it into the USB A. So, okay, it's in there. The CD
So
drive is reading.
it spins
Okay.
up, it powers.
Okay, there it is.
Does it have the device driver to play? Huh? It spins up.
Oh, it works. Whoa. Holy crap.
Well, it's nice that they've installed that device driver
It
to allow
really
those
works.
universal drives to work.
Oh my God, it works, guys. Yo, if you bought the digital edition PS5 and you want to play a movie, this is it. It is $100, and I know you could have put that $100 and get something like this, the PS5 digital edition, but this works. Let me see if we could play it. Wow, that works. That threw me off.
So you can still
Right,
go
so
to
we got-
Redbox and get a physical
And
disc.
This is the 4K Ultra HD. So, and of course, I can't play too much of it due to the fact of, copyright. What? Can't play the disc.
Oh,
Why not?
Oh,
so
does he have to turn off
But it
that
sees it,
copyright protection?
Let me see. Play from the beginning.
I don't know.
Why? Let me see.
I
Who
believe
does
in no, I believe in the settings.
I
You got to
don't know
turn
why-
off that DMCAA.
Of course.
Uh,
Now, it could be the actual drive itself, but it was working perfectly fine on the MacBook. All right, so doing a little research, I just cannot find
what up,
nothing after
Shadowfire?
that. And I guess Sony needs to have
Hey,
the appropriate
Shadowfire.
codecs. I'm not sure,
Go
but
on,
it
Shadow.
sees it as an Ultra
I mean-
HD Blu-ray disc, and you have the Blu-ray disc seeing the Black Panther.
Yeah,
What's-
Plank asked
We're
that
using the
same
latest
question.
System update.
I mean, it's
I'm
neat
gonna put
that
in
somebody
a
could
PS4 game
do that with their
and see if it's
hardware
gonna
if
be
they
able to
wanted
recognize.
to. I
Just
mean,
put it-
I am Loki of Asgard.
my
and
big
you-
question would be,
God of War.
huh,
PS4. I was actually playing this last night. It makes such a big difference on the PS5. 60 frames per second at 4K is insane. So let's see if the PS5 is going to recognize PS4 games. It should be able to. If it can recognize a Blu-ray, it shouldn't have a problem recognizing God of War.
I don't know about that one.
Now, even though I already have it downloaded,
The
thanks to
games
PS Plus
might be a
collection,
different thing, but
they
the
should be able to
movies
still
should
see
play.
it. All right. So it's saying
Yeah,
this disc
unsupported
isn't supported by the PS5. So unfortunately, you cannot play any PS4 games disc. If you have a physical PS4 game, you're not going to be able to play it on your digital only PS5. So yeah, it was worth a shot. All right. I found a movie, kids. This is a classic. If you guys missed this
That's
movie,
a horribly
I highly
classic
encourage you guys
movie.
to watch it. Especially if you're a
And
kid.
with
It's
a
not for
horrible-
kids, but it just teach you a lesson. All right. Let me
Yeah,
eject this.
it's got a horrible story.
Ejecting CDs on this thing is a
Them
pain.
kids,
I don't know
those
why.
kids were wild.
It could be the external drive. I have another standard external
You're
drive, but it
interested
doesn't do Blu-ray.
in
All right,
playing Blu-rays
so
or
kids, DVD, standard
games like this
DVD.
when you have just purchased the disc version of the system?
He
Yeah,
said
Let's see
that's
if
what
this works.
he said that. But maybe for
All right,
people
so
that
it's
actually
finally
did
actually
buy this
reading,
without thinking about it,
and
you
it
know.
sees it.
But
So
at the same time,
we can actually play it. There's
Geek,
actually
you may
no
know,
kind of information
is
on
this
screen.
Sony running
But let's see if the movie
a
can
Linux
actually play.
operating system, or are they no longer doing
And it cannot play.
I don't think they're doing
All right,
that.
before we move on to the physical PS5, I have another external
there's
drive
gotta
here.
be a-
This is from Samsung.
If they were running
so
a Linux operating system,
it's a
then they
real
could just
name
install a
brand one.
device driver or what have you.
All right,
My
let's test
guess-
out kids. I hear the drive's going, and I'm using the USB. And
I mean,
mind
it
you, this is
recognizes, but it
only
doesn't
gonna work
read.
for regular DVDs. No Blu-ray is
Maybe it just
supported.
doesn't have the codex
Taking
at
a little
all.
time, but I had to. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
But I
sees
mean,
it.
if you're gonna get more
All right. So let's see
out of
if
your
this
device,
works.
you know.
Play. If this works, then yeah. All right. So
Nope.
same message.
Yeah, it just
Even
doesn't have
on the
codex.
Samsung, I'm getting the same message. All right. So taking a look at the physical PS5. It should be all booted up. Yep. Yes, it is.
Okay, so I have
Not
the
funny,
Black
Shadowfire.
Panther. Okay, so maybe it's not supposed to go like this, and maybe it's supposed to go like this.
What? No. Why would it go that direction?
Okay, let's see. Oh, I did put it in the wrong way, and it recognized it.
It's
So let me
weird.
see what happens if I play it.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh, and it works just fine. I just want to show you guys that it is playing just fine, and it looks like crisp.
That's
All
weird.
right, I don't want to get hit with copyright. Now, this could be something silly, but let's say, all right, let me take this out. Let's say you hook up the external drive.
That is weird.
To a
I always never
physical
thought that it would have
PS5.
gone that direction.
Well,
I
when
thought
you
it
lay
would
it
go the other
down,
I don't know.
the
Yeah.
drive
I'm
is on the
curious,
bottom.
Will it work?
Oh,
Nah, I know I'm
okay.
missing the stand for this thing.
Okay.
But I didn't feel like finding with the stand right now. I just wanted to show you guys a quick example, so don't even kill me in the comments.
But
But
everybody
anyway, I
always
have the
thinks
same exact external
that
drive here on the bottom.
the
And I want
read
to
of
see
the
how
disc
the
would be
PS5 is going to
facing
react to it.
towards the
Yeah.
inside of the
Black
machine.
Panther.
Weird.
All right. It sees it. Same thing like the digital edition. But let's see if we can play it. If we can play it, then that is just, I think Sony did that on purpose. If this plays, okay. So
No.
external drives will not work on the PS5.
Okay. Well,
Now we know. But
Yeah,
Sony
it's-
could allow it though. It sees the disc. Sony could allow it via software update.
it was worth
But
of
for
an
the time of this recording,
investigation.
you can't do
You
it.
know,
And guys, there you have it. I just wanted to see what would
not to
happen
say
if
that
you
I would
connect
do it,
a
but you know.
external drive to your digital edition PS5 or even the physical PS5. And yeah, that's the results we get. And this could vary because Sony could just put out an update to support it and it could start
Yeah.
watching movies on your digital edition PS5.
Not
Now,
a big oof, but a little
showcase
oof.
the Xbox Series S.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a separate video just showcasing that. I just wanted to keep it separated. But if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys subscribe with notifications.
We ain't
on.
liking and subscribing to him.
You guys
Just
think.
like and subscribe
Other than that,
to
that's
us.
been it. I hope you guys have a simple day and stay safe out there.
Oh Lord.
No, I mean, investigate what your hardware does. I mean, people think that hacking is all coding and stuff like that. It's just doing stuff that's not intended for your equipment, you know, and it's well worth a check out to see if he wanted to do something like that. I could see where people would be like, why? You know, I get it. But you know, people were also using PS4s to mine cryptocurrency. So anything's possible, I guess. Yeah.
That was a lot of PS4s too.
Yeah, it was. But they were banking on that money, yo.
Yeah.
Especially since how high the cryptocurrency was at the time.
You tell them, Plank.
Yeah, that's what it's about, you know. Testing out your equipment, see the limitations. Next thing you know, you guys on your consoles will be overclocking. Let me find out y'all overclocking hardware.
No.
Out,
That would be cool, but
out there liquid cooling your PS5s and
actually
Xbox.
somebody did liquid cool their PS5.
Yes.
Did they?
Yeah, it's actually a really cool looking setup too. But
I haven't seen the oil bath PCs. That's pretty wild too, where they submerge the whole board, everything in oil, and it keeps it cool. Yeah. What is that dude's name? And I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. Geek Linux, Linus Tech,
Linus Tech Tips.
Yeah, he did that. They did a whole thing where they submerged the whole interior of the PC into oil, and it maintained great temperature. It was pretty cost ineffective, but you know, if you have that much mineral oil lying around, it's possible.
Not touching none of that Shadowfire. You don't want to oil bathe your board.
But,
Test all those seals.
I mean, technically, you're just taking everything out and putting it into a case, and you can. I'm telling you, kids, how you can do this if you really want to burn up $500 worth of equipment.
man. But speaking of you go Plank, uh,
oh, it's me.
yeah, you had a little something to say about
Yeah, we had some sad news in the video game world. Is really horrific story. Christiane Luis, who is known for voice acting, she's from Brazil. I'm gonna put her on the screen here. Let me see. Share screen. That one I don't need any audio because there's no audio there. You may know her from any of these voices. Yeah. She was the voice actor for Mercy in Brazil for Overwatch. She was murdered by her boyfriend, and it's really effed up story. Turns out her and her boyfriend got in an argument or what have you. He murders her. He gets his mom to help hide the body. While they've gotten the body hidden, the mother proceeds to raid her bank account, or the mother and the boyfriend proceed to raid her bank account. The body starts to decay. They get another person involved to help dispose of the body. The boyfriend gets guilty and turns himself into the police. The mother is still on the lam, and I think they're looking for the third person as well. Just horrible, horrible news. But you know, the world lost a good one. I mean, everybody knows Mercy in Overwatch, you know, and so Twitter came out and they use her Mercy's greatest voice line, which is "True heroes never die," and they all did their support for the actress.
wow.
It's really, really sad news. You know, people. Have you see in the picture Cortana? Here she is, Zatanna in the Justice League, who's at Bayonetta. One of the daughters of Katara and Aang, Mrs. Krabappel. You know, big win in her life. You know, but it just tragic situation.
That is sad. That is wow.
So if any of her family, you know, condolences and things like that. I doubt they're watching, but you know, just sucks. But that's the news that's out there, and sadly, the realization of the world we just lost somebody cool and awesome, you know.
That is really sad.
You know, and to follow it up with even crazier news, we also have. Let me bring up the next one. My topics are all short and sweet, except for maybe the next one. Or maybe the following one. Amaranth, everybody's favorite Twitch fame star. Amaranth, yeah, lover or hater.
But Geek can't even look up. He's
lover or hater. She breaks trends in Twitch. And she really pushes the envelope in Twitch and how to get her viewership there. And things like that, Instagram and all that. But recently, it speaks a lot to fans, especially people like us who are in these chairs streaming out to people. Somebody set her house on fire while she was in it. Pretty freaking crazy. The story goes that, you know, she was there and she smelled smoke. Called the fire department, got them in. Somebody tried to burn her house down while she was in it. Fortunate enough, you know, being a Twitch streamer, a big time, well known person, you know, one of the things she says in the article is that if you are a big streamer, that you contact your local authorities, let it be known who you are and things like that, and build a good rapport with your local authorities. She said she gets swatted weekly you know, and just so, you know, and then one of the things she said, which is really smart for her, yeah, and really smart for the streamers out there, and maybe all of these streamers do this, is they have a safe word for the police to let them know, you know, if there's something going on, if something truly is going on, that they need to come out there or not. So yeah, I mean, fans are nuts, and like I said, people like us are in these chairs. I always wonder, you know, before we did this show, I never showed my face. I had a podcast, and I said a lot of dumb shit in my podcast. And I prayed that nobody did any acts on this dumb stuff that I said online, because I'm silly, you know, and I never think nobody would take me seriously. But, you know, maybe I tick somebody off at some junction in time, and they decide to see me out in the streets and approach my family or approach me, you know what I mean? Like, how I really think about this, like, what would you say, you know, Geek and Fauci, if you were out in the streets one day and somebody's like, I recognize your face, I know you, you know what I mean? Would you be apprehensive about it? Would you be cool about it? You know, depending on what you say. Like, for me, I'm a little bit more explosive sometimes. I don't know how I would feel about it, you know, but for
That's
her,
a question.
she's a big star. She's a mega star.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
they make and break rules based off of her actions in Twitch. You know,
very true.
You know, and it's wild
That's
that
why Shadow can do his hot tub streams now.
yeah, man.
Because of
Shout
her.
out. We should do a foot stream where we just show our feet all day long, you know.
Good. That's what you guys want to do on the show.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy.
Watching, but
it's crazy, but it's definitely something that, as fans of these people out in the world, I'm not saying I'm a huge fan of Amaranth or anything like that, but as fans of these people in this world, if you happen to be one of these people that are insecure with yourselves, or, you know, questionably inside your heads, you know, if you're ever thinking about burning anybody's house down, it's a bad idea. It's a horribly bad idea. Don't do it.
Sad that you have to even say that.
Yeah, seek help, please do. I am no stranger to mental health or getting help with mental health. Seek help. Yeah, there is help out there. And and for my final topic, I guess this will be a perfect switch in for the seek help. OnlyFans, yeah. We were talking about this before the cameras. Y'all know the news. OnlyFans to ban sexually explicit content. There's a lot of OnlyFans actresses that are going to be seeking help. You may adopt one on your local Patreon, if you will.
oh, Lord.
If you happen to recognize one as a cashier somewhere, you know, don't harass them.
Oh my goodness.
Let them be their people too. You know.
Oh my goodness. What are you doing, bro?
Let's. So before the show, we had briefly touched on this, and I didn't want to tell Falchion a whole lot about what was going on, or at least what I had read in terms of the story. So here it is, what I heard about the story. Yeah, which was that OnlyFans doing this, and we were wondering, like, OnlyFans, yeah, that was the site for a while. Why would they get rid of sexually explicit content? Well, they did it preemptively because there was a scare. And the scare was that minors were getting on stream, that minors were involved, that they were connecting people that had to do with exploiting minors. And now this has happened on YouTube. This has happened on Twitch. This has happened on Reddit. This has happened on Tumblr. On every major message board, 4chan, 8chan, all of these message boards, all of these sites have all have gotten hit, yeah, by these types of unscrupulous characters. And OnlyFans finally being in a financial situation that they can do this. they're just gonna pivot, just like Reddit did, just like Tumblr did, and do different content. People that are doing these streams with OnlyFans that were big time OnlyFans streamers and things like that, like there's tons of sites out there, guys. I feel like it is not needed to be said, but let's say it. Pornhub will happily take you. You know, do I need to list a bunch of sites that you can find these people at?
I would prefer that you not.
Okay, there you
this
go.
This is a family show. Thank you.
Okay, there we go. But
Right.
there are places for this, and OnlyFans, yeah, I get it. They built their back. I mean, they built their empire off the backs of this content and these streamers, but they got to protect their own interests, just like the next person, and they have to protect the people. They have to protect the people. Yeah, if they are doing harm by providing this type of conduct or making a breeding ground for negative conduct, then they are responsible for doing something about it. Just like Reddit did, just like YouTube did, just like Facebook did, Twitter, all of these platforms do this. You know, so OnlyFans streamers, I personally, you never saw any of my dollars. So, not to say I'm sad to see you go, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe I was joking with the boys. Maybe Borderless Gaming, we get our own OnlyFans page. You know, you get some Patreon pics of my feet, or
So, like, nobody wants to see anybody's
so,
feet.
look at these hands. They're gorgeous.
So, on a more
It's at this moment that I feel the need to look directly into the camera and say, friends, don't let friends drive drunk. There you go, people.
There you go.
Just say no to drugs.
All right. So, on a more serious note about it, right? And Shadow, you can answer this too.
Yeah, put yourself out there,
Straight.
Shadow. Let's see.
Like, is this now going to become a place where people try to make their mark on more open content like what we do, or like Shadow is a gaming streamer, PC gaming streamer. Is that what it's pivoting to? So
So they're going to be pivoting to more. They're going to be pivoting towards more live stuff. Yeah, cooking shows like how-tos, tutorials, world life, you're skiing or what have you. Stuff like that. You know, they're just going to pivot over. They're going to be YouTube Lite or what have you, and try to drum up business that way, which they can. I mean, there's you know, streaming. We're no stranger to it, and content providing. We are just grains of sand in a really large beach, and they created a new beach for you to go to now. So, you know, there'll be people that'll go over there, and like at the same time, there's companies like Restream that allows you to stream to multiple places at once. Now you can add OnlyFans to it. You know what I mean? So I know that a lot of Twitch streamers do live twitching and do YouTube at the same time. One of my favorite streamers does that because he's on West Coast and not a lot of East Coast people can catch him live, so he puts him up there. But I mean, is it gonna break? Is it gonna beat out like the big names anytime soon? I doubt it. I mean, YouTube is the monster of them all. Twitch, they might take Twitch. I don't know. Twitch's market share is pretty solid, so you know, the big dogs are YouTube and Twitch. It depends.
I think Shadow makes a good point. I mean, they do have a reputation for what you can find. So I'm surprised that they're not, rather than, and I'm not saying that they should do this, but I'm just surprised that they're not doing this rather than changing their content. I don't understand why they don't just or why they feel they can't um make the
Why
rules
they?
stricter. Um,
Well, I mean, we've we as a society have done everything in our way possible to protect those that need to be protected. Yeah, especially when it comes digitally,
mhm.
in the digital world, and it's too much to fight against. I mean, it's still ongoing. You know, ever since the internet was invented, there's always been this problem, and we've been fighting it since then, and we're still fighting it now. People will find new ways. People are horrible, so you know they will find new creative ways to get around this. And I think what it was really with the OnlyFans situation, it was there were backdoor deals, you know, so they weren't necessarily catching it. Um, they weren't necessarily putting the content on OnlyFans. They were getting their customer base out of OnlyFans, if that makes sense, out of OnlyFans users.
Okay.
So, you know, better to be safe than sorry. You know, again, a lot of these companies, there's a, in fact, if I recall, probably like 6 months ago, there was a report on deep diving through YouTube and finding content that was, in my opinion, rather explicit towards minors on YouTube. Not that, I mean, but you know, they do a lot to protect that, but there's still shady ways of doing shady things, you know? So,
Apparently. Well,
um,
I
I,
guess if you're an IRL streamer, this might be because they are a popular site, and so I mean, again, I kind of agree with Shadow. They have like a reputation, a name, and when you say OnlyFans, people think, you know,
one thing.
one thing, right? And but it might be a good time if you're looking to get jumping into streaming like real life stuff, like you said, because
Yeah, if you're looking to get, I mean, so you say if you're looking to get in on the ground floor of something that's building, yeah,
mhm,
that might be the good spot. You never know. OnlyFans might start buying out contracts. Dr. Disrespect could end up over at OnlyFans, you know? And he was a big, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
he's,
that happened. Wow.
you know? Yeah, right. You never heard of OnlyFans, J Law. Now I'm not gonna call you out in front of your wife like that.
Ooh, you're in trouble now, bro. You're in trouble now, Jay.
The opinions expressed by Plank
Do not
are
reflect.
those of Plank alone. They are not the opinions of the Borderless Gaming podcast community.
No, but I mean, think about it. I mean, 2 years, they changed the OnlyFans logo. It'll have a bunch of pictures of real life stuff. It won't look like this. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll come back from this with no problem.
I
You
could
know, like I
see it if
said,
they could afford to pay like Dr. Disrespect to be exclusive on their site. I
yeah.
see it just.
And he's looking for a home, right?
I
Dr.
don't know.
Disrespect?
I don't know. Um, I thought he was back on YouTube, but I've never been big into his content. Not that I have a problem with him or anything. It's just I'm not
Yeah.
big into um
They caught
shooters
him.
his way.
They catch XQC from the Overwatch community. Shit. They offered DeFran from the Overwatch community come over. I'm sure.
I
Let's
mean,
see some numbers.
that's true. They could make. Yeah, they could actually
I
blow.
mean, because think about it. Microsoft did the same thing with Ninja and Mixer, even though Mixer died.
I'm
You
not even
know?
sure what happened there. Outside of them wanting to get with not YouTube, Facebook, but yeah, and that's a really good point. If they can pull some big names, it will.
Well, I guess
It could
here's the question, gentlemen.
work for them.
If OnlyFans sends you out an email, Falchion, and says, "Hey, we're willing to offer you some bucks to come stream Borderless Gaming over at OnlyFans," are we moving our site, our show?
I mean, in all honesty,
Let's see. Geek, if they offer us 6 figures to go over to OnlyFans, are we going?
6 figures, I'm gone. I'm
I
there.
love OnlyFans. I'm gonna wear an OnlyFans t-shirt. I'm gonna have an OnlyFans tattoo on my neck.
But only in that instance if they're offering that kind of money, because otherwise, I'm on YouTube because I believe, to everybody, I'm always saying, what is YouTube? And everybody, like, a lot of people come with different answers. And then I talk about YouTube is a search engine. And so I'm here for the sheer variety of content that I'm allowed to create.
Definitely.
And I am not now at the point that I believe at some point that I will be with content creation. And this is an exercise in the growth of soft skills for me, or transferable skills. So if I learn how to create content, that's something I can take anywhere. And I don't want to be pigeonholed to any one thing. And I don't think, and it's going to be really hard for any other platform to come and take the position of YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, no, I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. Anybody taking a huge market share of YouTube, that would take a whole different revolution that none of us can foresee. Yeah, it's like taking the market share of Google's search engine. You know what I mean? Like that would be monstrous. But it's another place. I don't think that OnlyFans will disappear. Yeah, but for anybody that's willing to jump in and, like I said, they grab themselves a name, they could build viewers. They'll build content.
I'm interested. I think I'm gonna follow this story. I'm interested to see what they can do with because this is like a total 180 of their content, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be difficult for the creators that are there now to make a transition to where they're not doing what they're doing on that site. But if they can secure 2 or 3 big names, then I think it could at least give Twitch a run for its money. Twitch being mainly um streaming site, live streaming site. But if like you said, like if someone like Dr. Disrespect is on the platform, and then all of a sudden it becomes a gaming platform where people are producing gaming content on there, it might not be a bad thing to be there on the ground floor when it first takes off. But that's a big if,
Well,
that's
I
a
just
assumption.
checked while we were talking, and we were just talking about Amaranth as well. Amaranth does Twitch and she does OnlyFans. So OnlyFans ain't going nowhere. Well, I guess I guess it will. She can't do that same content on OnlyFans. So,
So
but
that's what I was gonna ask. Is she doing the explicit content on
but
OnlyFans?
she again we talk about her and Twitch, and she makes and breaks rules. You know what I mean? Like they make rules just off of her content. So the idea that she would just pivot and find something new to do over an OnlyFans, it's not unheard of. Maybe she just does modeling instead of,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know what I mean? What's a bikini?
Because
You know?
actually, now she has places where she can explore. So if she explores some kind of new content on Twitch, and they did deem it against the rules, but she can take it over to OnlyFans, who may have, say, a little more relaxed rules. You know, I guess she's secure. So yeah, wow. That's interesting. I'm gonna follow the story because I want to see where they go with it. I'm curious as to, are they so locked in to their reputation, like Shadow says, that
Right.
they need to change their name? Um, because that would be a big loss, but at the same time, it almost feels like it's a necessary thing that for them to do, to clear themselves of people just wanting to make that kind of content and wanting to see that kind of content, and that's where they go for that.
Well, I will say this about brand names. Yeah. Hey, this is the one I like to throw around too. Heroin is a brand name by Bayer. Okay. What we know, heroin is a brand name. So if Bayer can still survive heroin, then I think over OnlyFans can survive this.
Can't
So,
argue there.
I as long as they don't do anything crazy like Mixer, or any of these other weird ones out there, I think they'll be fine. Well, what world would have heard of OnlyFans? I don't even know what before you guys brought it up. What is it? It is an adult, or it was an adult site, an adult streaming site. Imagine Patreon mixed with Twitch, but for adults,
Yeah.
or you know what I mean? So almost like a particular hub light. It was definitely a site that you would have had to go on incognito mode into, to hide your browser history.
And
But
how would I personally know about it is because I have, if people don't know this about me, I suffer from heavy depression, and for a long time a I was in a discussion group on Twitter for people that suffered from depression, and a lot of the people in the group were stars on OnlyFans. Apparently, apparently, and I want to stress that apparently, because I can't say 100% for sure, but apparently, a lot of adult workers, uh, workers in the adult industry, suffer from depression, and so when they connect their accounts, their Twitter accounts to the group, it would advertise. They would advertise for things like OnlyFans, for instance. Then it would come up on your feed that somebody's advertising for that. So that's how I learned about OnlyFans personally. Shadow's laughing at somebody, probably Geek.
Geek's like, I know nothing of OnlyFans
Right.
or these only peoples. No.
Yeah.
Look at
For a long time,
speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil.
but yeah, Shadow. Depression, PTSD, and anxiety, some other stuff. That's kind of what this is all about. It allows me to escape being who I am in real life and lets me be the character of Falchion. For a long time, I depended on gaming specific or strictly to do that, but then it started helping less and less, and so this gives me another avenue. But
See, once he no longer could shoot Geek for taking the bomb in the house, his enjoyment just waned right off the cliff.
just made me sad. What did it have to do with gaming? So what it has to do with what we're talking about here is the fact that they're making this pivot, and it's going to be an opportunity, I think, and that's why I want to keep an eye on the story. I believe it's going to be an opportunity for gamers who stream to find a place on a new platform where there aren't let's so this just happened, right, Plank?
Yes, this is just happening like this
Just
week.
happened, right? So this week you have a ready-made site kind of like YouTube, right? That's got all the infrastructure all set up, but they're about to get rid of all their stars, their content creators, because they do adult film work, let's call it. So there's going to be this big void on the site where they're going to need content creators, right? Now, personally, I believe, like Plink said, it's going to go to people who do more live streams of things that they're doing in real life, kind of like what he does with his cooking show, or when he's out riding his bike, or Geek when he films himself driving through New York or whatever. I think that's where it's going to really pivot to. But I am interested, and that's why I asked Shadow about it, because Shadow is a huge streamer on Twitch. Oh, I appreciate it, man. I mean, we all deal with something, but I do appreciate it, like, sincerely. Thank you. Um, but um, but no, no, no. I'm Andrew. So there's an opportunity that is going to there's this big vacuum that's been created, right? Where if enough gamers decide to shift to use OnlyFans as their platform, they can be on the ground floor, the first. Like, I wish. Here's a great for instance, just for you, Jay. I wish that we had gotten on YouTube in the beginning. In the beginning is during the time when we were all playing as a clan SOCOM, and we were doing the competitions and everything. If we would have gotten onto, say, YouTube then, by now we would be big stars or whatever, well-known content creators, if we would have just, because we had that focus, and that's the way we were going. Now OnlyFans wiping out their base and starting kind of anew. If enough gamers decide to go over there, they can be that. They can end up being that for that site. So that's what it is. It has nothing to honestly do with what OnlyFans was. It has to do
With what it could become.
what it can become for gamers, is why we're discussing it. But it is kind of funny that it's easy to make a joke about it as it has been, because like you don't know anything about it. You don't mess with Twitter. Um so it wouldn't be so easy for you to stumble across. But as people start to learn about, hey, there's this site that is pretty much brand new for gamers, possibly, and enough people go over there, and that's why we're saying, I don't know if you know who Dr. Disrespect is, but he's a big first person shooter guy. He's like one of the best first person shooter gamers in the world. And he just, earlier this year or late last year, he got banned off of Twitch and nobody knows why, right? Nobody knows why he got banned. But this dude was making like $1 million a month, and I'm not being. It's not hyperbole. He was literally making like $1 million a month on Twitch, and then they banned him, and so now if
Yeah, he famously got banned on a live stream. It was
while he was live,
yeah.
nobody, like I said, nobody knows why. Like if you watch the live stream, you can't see where he did anything wrong or anything, but he just suddenly got banned, just right on live stream, and so yeah, that's it. But we are at the time trying to be geek. Where can they find you, geek? Because if I keep talking, I'm going to keep talking.
Look at him get himself together.
Take a deep breath, geek.
Yeah.
You can find me at Borderless Gaming GSA on YouTube. Good night, everyone.
Oh my goodness. I can't even believe you went there. You can find Geek on the Xbox at GKMSTR space NYC, on the PlayStation, Twitch, Steam, and Discord. He is GKMSTR, and that's it. And then on Uplay, he's Geekmaster NYC, all spelled out.
No space.
No spaces. What about you, Plink? Where can they find you, Plink?
You can find me here on the Borderless Gaming Network. Also, you can find me on the Insta, Plank909. You can also find me on Steam, PJ Danger. Y'all really check me out on the Insta. You can see me modeling the new Borderless Gaming gear and some of my creations. You know, if y'all are interested in the drip, the swagger, talk to the man Falchion. Falchion, where can they find you?
You can't find me because you can't. No, just... you can find me on the Xbox. I am Falchion space at GSA. On the PlayStation, Twitch. Where are the other? Wow. See, now I'm messing up like geek. On PlayStation, Steam, and Twitch, you can find me. I'm Falchion757, no space. YouTube, it's right here, Borderless Gaming GSA. So we want to thank you guys for hanging out. Oh, I got a shout out to my little niece Cami, who just discovered that we do this, and so I want to say hi. So hi, Cami, and again, Mr. Vic, happy birthday, man. We wish you many, many more. Hope you enjoyed your day. Hope everyone enjoyed the show. And until next time, this is Falchion, and you know me. I'm Ghost. 2 fingers is peace. Later.
See ya, peeps.
Episode 28 is in the can.
Oh, and if it says episode 27, that's my fault. I got mixed up.
I corrected it. I fixed it.
Appreciate it. You guys have a good one. Stay safe, and we will see you.
Shadowfire, we're gonna put up a merch site for the hats pretty soon.
Yeah,
for the hats, the shirts.
I'm trying to figure out how I can get them to everyone, and it's appreciate that, Jay. So once I figure out how I can get it out to everybody easily, because I had a hard time just getting them to those guys. I will be putting them out for everybody. But if you are looking for something right now, just let Geek know. I think you're in pretty well in touch with him, and we can set all that up for you. No problem. It will just be a matter of you'd have to trust him with your address or give him a PO box or something. So, I mean, if you want it now, you want something now, let us know and we can get that to you. It's not a problem.
You say that as if I don't have Shadowfire's address. Remember, I sent him some gaming glasses before.
We'll send you a package.
No idea. You didn't send
Don't
me.
let any dogs sniff it, okay?
Wait, say that again, Falcon?
Oh my lord! I think we're about to go to prison. I think Plank just hemmed us up.
Yeah.
I'm going right past that. Falcon, say that again about the glasses.
I have no idea. I didn't say nothing.
You were gonna say that I didn't send you a pair of glasses, and I did.
Okay.
Someone's in trouble.
There we go.
All right, but we better go because now Geek is yelling at me for being long, but he's asking me questions on the stream that. So you guys see this, right? Oh, and by the way, they went over last week and I wasn't here. So it's really not just me. So later.
Later.